Good evening, my dear YouTube viewers. Today we will continue and wind up the religion versus culture in a broader spectrum. Tomorrow we will switch over to religion and culture with reference to the India. This is only with reference to the broader frame, broader view. So let us start. Mr. James Fraser wants to explain the origin of religion. That is, here it is. The religion is substructure of culture. And this religion is developed from or through magic phenomenon. But his mode of explanation is not accepted by the other co-social scientists. And then even anthropologists, sociologists also ignored his statements. And then Mr. Herbert Spencer, so he wants to give his own way of explanation about the religion, origin of religion, that is through Australian Aborigines group, which is treated as primitive living culture. And fear of death is a basic tool or basic phenomenon concept or fundamental phenomenon to control or for the religious control, to control the people through the religion or religious control. Even dead ancestors, that is the earlier ancestors, will be treated as equivalent to God or God itself. He said the people are intelligently created the religion by keeping the view on one is the rational approach, second one is evolutionary process, and also the historical, psychological and functional theories of religion are developed by Mr. Malinowski and Radcliffe Brown. The structure and function of religion of social institution is within the cultural milieu, that means cultural group. And then according to Mr. Clifford Gritch, he said it is not easy and so it is unable to show the relationship between the ethos and world view. But it is more useful to understand and also to analyze the religious phenomenon. Once again we will refresh. According to Mr. James Fraser, religion is a substructure of culture. And this religion was developed from the magic phenomenon. But he was failed to explain the proper answers to the co-social scientist. Even anthropologist and sociologist is also ignored about his mode of explanation. Then Herbert Spencer wants to give his own way of explanation, that is, the origin of religion is through Australian Aborigines group. Aborigines is nothing but the tribal, that is age-old group, Aborigines group. And then it is also treated as primitive living culture. Primitive culture is different, primitive living culture is different. Still the original or the long back culture is living here. That is primitive living culture. Through these tribals we came to know. Next, people are fear of death, and this notion or this concept is taken into a good fundamental concept to form the religious control. Even dead ancestors will be, our ancestors will be treated as God or maybe as God itself. Later, the historical, psychological and functional theories of religion were developed by Mr. Malinowski and Radcliffe Brown. The structure and function of religion of the social institution is within the social milieu. Milieu means society or group, social group. Instead of the social group, socio-cultural group. We want to highlight the culture word. That is cultural milieu or socio-cultural milieu. Without society, culture cannot be stay as alone. That's why socio-cultural milieu. And according to Mr. Clifford Gridge, he said, it is not easy, it is unable to explain the relationship between ethos and worldview, but it is more useful to understand the religion and also to analyze the religious phenomenon. By this, today's lecture is completed. Sometimes I may not load it. Why? Because my internet is not properly working. That's why only shorts sometimes it will come. Okay. Please do subscribe. This is Bindu taking leave from the YouTube platform. Good night.